morning and welcome to the Ice-O-Plex at Southpointe, continuing coverage of the PIHL on the MSA Sports Network tonight. And audio for a big AAA. The North Allegheny Tigers visiting the Peters Township Indians. Hello again, everybody. Adam Hoerner and Gero von Dahn alongside Gero. We have been working together since your first broadcast at the network way back last fall. Way back last fall. And here we are together again. It should be a great game. Scott Majeski on camera tonight. And North Allegheny comes in, a team that's 6-1, second place in the conference standings in AAA. Riding a 4-game winning streak, most recently a 1-0 defeat of Central Catholic. On Monday, November 10th, they've been idle for a while, getting back to it now 8 days later. So we'll see how that plays out. Meanwhile, Peters is only 6-0. The defending champion, Peters Township Indians, 6-0, coming off a 3-1 win over Butler a week ago Tuesday. So both teams have had a long layoff, and we'll see how that plays out. But that being said, Gero, this is a heck of a matchup early in the season.
It's a great matchup, one we've been looking forward to, and the two very good teams, and Peters Township picking up right where they left off a year ago, and that's not easy to do, to come in with the same edge after coming off a state championship, and here they come 6-0 rolling into this matchup with North Allegheny. A lot of people looking forward to this one.
And a lot of people indeed, and why not? I mean, Peters Township comes in, 29 goals scored on the year, only 9 allowed. North Allegheny, similar numbers, 25 and 9. You pointed out, Gero, correctly, that neither team really particularly prolific on the power play. Peters with 5 power play goals in the year. Although, I mean, 5 out of 29 is not too bad of a number. For North Allegheny, only 1 power play goal. Now, we don't know if that's because they're not getting a lot of power plays or because they're being shut down. We'll see how their man advantage looks tonight, should they get any, against Peters Township. And I think that's pretty likely. Both these teams like to play a physical brand of hockey, but special teams are going to matter in a game like this. Bottom line, and NA is going to have to do better than their man advantage has shown they've done so far.
Yeah, and the other question we had coming into this game was who is going to be in goal. Both teams like to use multiple goaltenders and rotate. And right now, as the Indians take the ice, we get a glimpse at who our starting goaltender will be for Peters Township.
Well, let's hope so. Number 30, Tony Lejeune, is in the crease to take at least a start of warm-ups. If he's the goaltender, 3-0 mark for him on the year, 2.0 goals against, and a .919 save percentage. We'll see who North Allegheny brings out of the gates. For Peters, statistically, Zach Gielarowski, 5 goals, 5 assists, 10 points, leads the team. Brady Cochrane, also 4 goals, 5 assists, 9 points, and Sam Barnes, 3 goals, 5 assists, 8 points. Really, when you look down this lineup, Gero, there's, I don't know, 18 kids with at least 1 point. Peters, a very deep team.
Very spread out scoring, and when you look at the top scorer, Gielarowski, who you mentioned, he's on defense. He has 10 points, 5 goals, 5 assists, and you say, well, he's doing it on defense. He must be doing it running the point of the power play. Just 1 power play goal, so he's able to score. We're looking forward to seeing the skill from Gielarowski.
No doubt about that. North Allegheny, meanwhile, Eric Chidester, 5 goals, 5 assists, also 10 points. He also 2 game-winning goals, so he's doing a good job for the Tigers. Dominic Zangaro, 3 goals, 5 assists, 8 points for him. Michael Kramer, a playmaker, 1 goal, 6 assists on the campaign. And Joseph Zappia, 5 goals and 1 assist, also 2 game winners for him. So again, depth for NA, maybe not quite as much as far as points go as Peters has, but the Tigers are a well-coached team, and we shall see what they bring to the table offensively.
Yeah, Eric Chidester up front with the 5 goals and 10 points, 2 game-winning goals, 1.43 points per game. So most of their scoring coming from the forward position, although Matt Hiles doing well, getting 4 assists from defense. But yeah, PT's going to have a little bit more of the scoring flavor coming into this game, but that's going to be the challenge tonight as these two very good teams here in the early season match up here at Southpointe.
If the first goalie in the crease is a sign of who's going to start for NA, it would be Joseph Hubert, number 27. 3-1 mark for him on the year, 1 shutout, a 1.5 goals against, a .945 save percentage. The Tigers getting it done with defense, as are the Indians. A great matchup on tap for you folks. We'll be dropping the puck in a few moments, but first, a word from our sponsors. Exclusive coverage, video and audio, streaming live tonight, the PIHL on MSA Sports.
If you miss the McRib, like the Mojave Desert misses a tropical storm, like a college student misses mom doing laundry, like a hockey player misses his front teeth, like a boy band member misses his dignity, and like a guy with a mullet misses the 80s.
Later, dude.
Then we've got good news for you. The McRib sandwich is back at McDonald's.
Back together again.
With its epic sauciness and topped with pickles and slivered onions. For a limited time, prices and participation may vary.
You wake up for work. Why? You don't have a choice. You do the boss's bidding because you don't have a choice. But between the two events, my friend, you do have a choice. Now at McDonald's, choose a sausage McMuffin with egg sandwich plus any size McCafe coffee for just $3. Or choose 2 sausage McMuffin with egg sandwiches for the same $3. Now that's freedom of choice. There's something for everyone to love at McDonald's. Price and participation may vary. Limited time offer.
The new home for the PIHL in 2014-2015 is the MSA Sports Network. Not only can you listen to audio broadcasts of high school hockey games online like in years past, but this year MSA Sports will be video streaming 25 games live and archived during the regular season with exclusive coverage of the 2015 Penguin Cup playoffs. Your audio and video home of the PIHL is the MSA Sports Network. The exits will soon be closed as 8 teams have survived and gone the distance on the highway to Hines. Join us for exclusive full-day coverage from Hines Field of Championship Friday in the 2014 WPIHL football playoffs, only here on the MSA Sports Network.
Energy assistance is available for people's customers this winter. LIHEAP, the Low-Income Home Energy Assistance Program, provides grants to help pay winter heating bills. These grants are not loans and do not need to be paid back. Funding is limited this winter, so it is important to apply for LIHEAP now. Learn more about how a LIHEAP grant can help you or someone you know. Find out if you're eligible for LIHEAP by calling 1-866-827-1281 or visit peoples-gas.com/LIHEAP.
When looking to replace your athletic field, choose ProGrass, first in turf. ProGrass has installed over 500 fields in the U.S. Getting the best artificial turf for your field depends on both the product and the partner you choose. That's why architects, athletic directors, and players choose the ProGrass Performance System. ProGrass maintains an active presence in the synthetic turf industry as members of the Sports Turf Management Association and the American Sports Builder Association, and is proud to be recognized as the FIFA preferred manufacturer. Call ProGrass today, 866-270-6003, or visit them on the web at www.progressturf.com. ProGrass, first in turf.
Back at the Ice-O-Plex Southpointe, Adam Hoerner, Gero, Dahn, Scott Majeski on camera tonight, folks. He's here doing a lot of work, although you won't hear him. Well, I hope he won't be cursing at the equipment. Other than that, you shouldn't hear him. And a great matchup tonight in AAA hockey, streaming live video and audio at MSASports.net. The North Allegheny Tigers set to take on the Peters Township Indians. The Indians will be decked out in the home whites with the red pants numbers. And the Tigers in the road black and gold. The classic Penguins black and gold, if you will. Or the third jersey black and gold for if you're not down with that being classic. It's at least the third jersey this year. And
it's amazing how antique those jerseys look now.
It is, but I think it was a good time to bring them back. You know, the 30th anniversary of Lemieux's rookie season and all that. So it's a cool thing to bring the old black and gold back. And
well, that doesn't make me feel old.
Not at all. Not at all. Doesn't make me feel old either. At all. He said sarcastically. We're looking forward to a great matchup tonight, like we said. I mean, you know, you've got some veteran coaches here in Rick Tingle and Mike Bagnato for NA, and Tingle, of course, for Peters. And again, I mean, this is a team that went the distance last year in Peters Township, and NA, a team always in contention. I believe a semifinalist last year, and the Tigers, at least this year out of the gate, looking like a favorite in AAA, at least to have a shot at Consol Energy Center. So a big early season pre-Thanksgiving matchup here tonight, and glad to bring it to you at MSASports.net. Peters will move left to right on your mouse pad as we drop the puck.
Those are your goaltenders, too. Joseph Hubert for North Allegheny against Tony Lejeune for Peters Township.
And that is now officially confirmed, yes indeed. So we get underway. The Tigers countering up the ice here. Into the zone for NA comes Eric Chidester, dumped around the horn now for Peters controlling. It's Sam Barnes. Puck goes across the crease.
Lejeune.
Peters, and yeah.
Pretty good numbers, .919 save percentage, 2.0 goals against. In 3 games this year. He's played 3 games. Kyle Medora has played 2, and Caden Shell has played 1 game. All putting up pretty good numbers. The North Allegheny goaltending numbers are phenomenal this year. We don't often see numbers like that. Joseph Hubert with a .945 save percentage, 1.50 goals against. And Douglas Wild, the other netminder, who's started 3 games, has a .956 save percentage. So they've been doing it between the pipes.
He has. Both goalies have been sharp this year, and certainly, you know, that's going to be an element in tonight's festivities as the Tigers trying to get the offense going. Now they gain the attacking zone. Little drop pass attempted by Dawson Richard, but nobody home to corral it. Richard now against 2 Indians in the left wing corner. Tries to dig it out, comes back to neutral ice. Corralled by the NA captain, number 93, or 92 rather. And that is Will Rankenkamp, excuse me. As the Indians dump it around the horn, trying to just exit their zone here. Tigers chip it back in. Strong forecheck by the Tigers on their first couple of shifts here as Peters sends it in all the way around the horn behind Joseph Hubert.
Big teams, a lot of size on both sides, feeling each other out here in the opening minutes. The first period at Southpointe.
The Indians now in behind the net comes James D'Angelo as he played it around the horn. I don't think any team's really registered a shot on goal yet, although certainly we played some attack zone time for both sides and an icing call against North Allegheny.
They had a man on the far boards, but he was unable to tip that puck into the zone. It sailed right past him for the icing call, bring the face-off back to North Allegheny zone to our right. Glad to have you with us.
Yeah, for sure. We thank you for making this part of your High School Hockey Tuesday here at MSASports.net for, again, a great matchup tonight between North Allegheny and Peters Township. As it comes around, and the Tigers carry the mail. This is Dom Zangaro, and he tried to take a feed in front, but they just couldn't get the puck to him. That was a good attempt by Joseph Zappia. It's back to the point now, fired in, and an easy stop for Lejeune. That was number 20 for NA, Matthew Heil, excuse me, firing the shot from out high.
Almost turned into a 2-on-1 there that developed. Jake Raymore, the only man back for Peters Township, and North Allegheny just wasn't able to get the clean pass onto the right side in front of the netminder Lejeune. Will drop the puck to Lejeune's left. No score here, 14:04 to go in the first.
About just under 3 minutes gone by, and it's been a fairly even matchup in the opening moments. Both teams feeling each other out a little bit. A little zone time for both teams, as we said. NA with a shot there to lead to this face-off. Here come the Indians now. Gaining the zone for them is Sam Barnes. Tried to drop it off there for Adam Alavey, but couldn't get it to him. Now centered in front. Oh, one-time attempt by Alavey went wide, and the net comes off the moorings as Alavey knocked into the. Oh, sorry, that was Barnes, excuse me, on the shot attempt, but I don't think that really registered. Gero kind of went wide, and the net comes off the moorings.
Yeah, Barnes almost had himself a breakaway too, but Christian Loria broke it up. Big defenseman, number 71 in black and gold. Barnes will take the draw to the left.
And wins it to Alavey. Fires a quick shot. Good blocker save by Hubert. And back to the point it comes. Peters trying to hold the zone. They do, and Alavey has it. Scored some big goals in the gold medal game last year at Consol Energy Center, did Alavey. Very important player for Peters Township. Shot fired wide of the cage. The rebound comes off the, Karam rather comes off the end boards. Peters couldn't get a shot up. Now it's Allegheny. High slot, shots. Blocker saved by Hubert. Good shift for Allegheny. Couple of shots, and Hubert equal to the task.
Took a little while for North Allegheny to force that puck out of the zone. Good job by Peters Township to keep some action down low, get some quality looks at the net.
Peters will change it up as they dump it into the NA zone. A long stretch pass, but NA wants to change too. They'll just deflect it in to get avoid the icing call. Now the Tigers trying to get it going here. Centered in front by Cameron Sinceri. Look out, Peters exit zone with a nice pass. And gaining the blue line, dumping in is Will Barnes, and this will be covered up by Hubert for another face-off as we've played just over 4 minutes of period number 1.
That's what happens when you're back in your own end for a long shift. You get a chance for a breakout. All you can do is dump it in and change. That's what happened to North Allegheny on that last shift. And another face-off back in their own end, but they'll win this one and carry it out.
Shot in, off, goes wide of the net, off the end boards. That attempted there by Mike Kramer. Peters able to exit the zone once again. Here comes Giovanni Carbonera. Shot misses the net, gets the glass over the head of Hubert. Peters trying to dig it out right wing side. Carbonera can't keep it in the zone. It comes out to neutral ice where Max Voss controls it. Peters now dumps it back in behind Hubert on the forecheck. NA has numbers though behind the net. They will win the puck, at least for the moment, and it's Matthew Heil. There's a stretch pass up the ice to Mike Kramer. Kramer finds a man walking into the high slot, and that was actually a rain camp. He couldn't get the shot off.
Max Voss has broken up a couple of chances here in the last couple of minutes for North Allegheny. Meanwhile, Peters Township looks to be gaining a slight territorial advantage here over the last few minutes.
No doubt. Peters now trying to get out of their own zone. Crisp passing as they do exit. Trying to send a man up the ice there. That's number 47, Scott Quilina. Peters having a hard time controlling it here. Holding it in at the point, though. Firing it towards the net, deflected in. But never got to the net as that shot came in from the point from number 28, Matthew Tylenda. Now the Tigers exit. Gain the attacking zone. Nice moves here. Look out, backdoor. Try to just one-time that one home. That was a good effort from Eric Chidester, but Lejeune equal to the task. Here's a shot. Went wide, left side. Peters corrals, and they'll pass it up ice. Onto the stick now of Ross Opeka.
Great work by Joseph Zappia, though, to create that scoring chance. Fight off the defender and get the pass in front. A good stop by Lejeune. Keeps it a 0-0 game.
Yeah, it was a great feed from Zappia, no doubt, and good stick handling as well as he gained the zone. As now it is Zappia in his own zone, trying to dig it out of danger. Peters will hold the blue line. Chip it up the boards. Big hit applied by Rainkamp, and here come the Tigers. A big collision at center ice. No whistles yet tonight as far as penalties go. This is dumped in behind Lejeune.
That could have been an interference on Raymore.
Tyler Wilson gives chase for the Tigers. Peters able to win that battle out to the point, held in there by 71 for North Allegheny. That's Christian Loria, and his shot for the point gloved by Lejeune for the face-off with 10:17 to go, first period.
We don't have heights on these rosters, but Loria is a tall defenseman, number 71. In black and gold for North Allegheny. Face off to the right of Lejeune. 10:17 to go in the first.
A tall left-handed shot wearing black and gold, wearing 71. Remind me not to call him by a certain Russian player's name who we all know and love. It's going to be difficult as the Indians behind their own net. Trying to control here. Slowing the pace down a little bit here is number 28, Matthew Tylenda. Actually, sorry, check, that was 26. Zach Gielarowski. Tigers able to keep it in the attacking zone, but unable to keep control of the puck. And now the whistle blows. I think we have a penalty coming up possibly against Peters Township.
Boy, and almost a great chance for Cameron Fisher, but the pass was just out of his reach. He would have been all alone coming to the goal, and the first power play of the game belongs to North Allegheny.
And it is going into the box for them. Number 36, Carter Ekberg, will get 2 minutes. So the Tigers will get their first power play of the evening. We mentioned off the top, one power play goal in the air for North Allegheny. We'll see if they can improve that statistic here tonight. At the point for NA, it's going to be Loria. Goes cross ice over to Dawson Richard. Richard has it at the left point, goes cross ice to Loria. Back to Dawson. Dawson Richard gets it over. Now Zappia shot, missed the net. Might have caught pipe there. Yeah, he did hit post to the stick side of Lejeune, or the glove side rather of Lejeune. Look out down low, fanning on the shot from below the dots. That was a great chance for Dominic Zangaro, but he just couldn't put it home.
Zangaro's the only North Allegheny Tiger with a power play goal this season. Also has a shorty.
Richard, his shot, missed the net. Peters trying to hammer it off the boards, can't clear the zone though. Tigers have numbers, they go center point now out to Loria. His shot, easy glove save for Lejeune. Power play still has $1:09 to go. The period has 9:03 left.
Good job of cycling the puck there on that power play. First power play unit for North Allegheny. Both teams will change now. Get fresh troops out. A couple of good scoring chances like the one you mentioned for Zangaro. He had a wide open look, but a good job to stay home and square up to that puck by Lejeune.
Peters wins the draw and clears. That was a nice job. Comes all the way down to the left of Hubert. And the Tigers able to exit the zone though. Now they will gain the attacking territory. Trying to set up on the right wing half wall, back to the point. Fanning on the shot attempt though was Ray in camp, and here come the Indians shorthanded. Alavy gains the blue line, tries to go through the defender's legs. The puck did, but he couldn't quite get around him to get back to it.
2-on-2, Peters not satisfied to dump it in. They were looking to score shorthanded.
Absolutely. As the Tigers, that was Nathan Taylor working it into the corner, as NA has their second unit out right now. Taylor trying to dig it out left wing side, back to the point, and it leaves the zone. Look, oh, Alavy. Oh, if he picks the defender's pocket there, great job by Daniel Bastido to just not let Alavy get behind him. That would have been a shorthanded breakaway. The Tigers dodged the bullet there. Now a stretch pass at the blue line. NA unable to corral it. Peters clears back to neutral ice. NA regains his own. 5 to go in the power play, and Peters able to chip it back up ice. This will kill the penalty. Trying to get a shot out of this, but Hubert will cover the puck as losing his edge was number 16, Brady Cochrane of Peters Township.
Peters Township has been really close to a couple of breakaways in this game and almost had a shorthanded one a few moments ago, but they kill off that penalty. First one of the hockey game, so NA 0 for 1 so far, stays a scoreless game.
Peters winning the draw in NA territory. Now Alavy out of the left wing corner, his shot missed the net. Might have been tipped by a defender. Peters keeps it in the zone, at least for the moment, but NA able to get it back to neutral ice. Chipped off the boards. Peters corrals there, neutral territory, trying to gain, and they shoot it in, a long shot, and Hubert's going to cover that up for another face-off with 7:25 to go first period. Scoreless game in this AAA contest, Peters Township, North Allegheny.
Tigers during that power play had a good first shift. Moved pretty close. They had some good looks at the goal. Lejeune kept it out of the net. Good work on defense by the Peters Township penalty killing unit. And the Indians almost had some scoring chances shorthanded in the latter portion of that power play. Now back to even strength 5-on-5.
Loria sends it in to the attacking zone for NA as they win the defensive face-off, and Peters though will counter. And with the puck, it is Will Barnes. They're going to blow the whistle here, and I think an icing call. I guess he didn't. I thought he touched that puck as they sent the pass up, but I guess not. He got away from him, and he couldn't quite catch up to it. So a face-off to the left of Tony Lejeune.
No score still. Pretty good offensive units, both of these clubs.
And he wins the draw. Quick shot, stick save by Lejeune, and no rebound. Shot is taken. There's a backhander, goes behind the cage. No save there for Hubert. Indians now, this high slot, there's a one-timer, caught the glass over the cage. That good shot attempt there by
Cochrane.
Jace Cochrane. Yeah, that was a nice shot, just a little too high.
And a man on him too, but sent it just over the crossbar.
Oh, nice moves at the right point, and walking now below the circle is a backhander attempted there by, that was Carter Eckberg. But couldn't find the net. Now a shot in from the left point. Hubert corrals it, and things a little physical to his right. No penalties will be called, at least Does not appear so. Clock stops with 6:22 to go in the first period.
A little natural pushing and shoving as these teams start to get acquainted here later in the first period. 6:22 on the clock, but the dislike will grow as we proceed.
It always does, especially when you got two contending teams. They know, even in November, they know this game matters, and both teams want to bring their best tonight.
Indians, defending state champions. Allegheny wants to.
NA has been there before. It's been a while, but they've been there. As the Indians behind the net, centered in front. I don't know if they got a shot out of that. Now they will, as through traffic, that was Ben Mountain. And I'll tell you what, Hubert had a task finding that puck through a sea of legs, but he does corral it for the faceoff.
3 black and gold sweaters between the shooter and the net, and still a couple of shots come to the goal. As wound up just screening Hubert, but he was able to make the stop. On the face-off to the netminder's right. Scoreless hockey game here in the first.
Face-off to the right of Hubert. Corralled. Indians trying to win it there, but no, the Tigers are going to exit the zone, and it's a little too far on that pass. Peters able to chip it back up the left wing side, and going to be icing here against North Allegheny, I believe. Yes, it will. As Lejeune put the arm up, and the ref agrees. Clock stopped, 5:32 to go.
Not unusual to see a low-scoring first period, and regardless, a lot of times we'll see that in the first, and then things start to open up a little bit. No guarantee that's going to happen tonight, but certainly not unusual to have a low-scoring first period.
Well, these two teams through what, a combined total of 13 games have allowed 18 goals between them. So yeah, good defense was a was a possibility tonight, as we talked about in the pregame. As it now comes around the boards, as the Indians trying to generate some offense here, right wing side. They're overloaded here, but now it comes back out, and the Tigers able to exit the zone. NA now dumping it in, and Peters comes around the boards. Tigers can't control. Barnes now has it for Peters. Chips it to the blue line, just held in by NA. Now Allegheny will finally, he tried the stretch pass, had a man breaking, but NA got in the lane and now dumped into the corner to the right of Lejeune.
And North Allegheny knows that Peters Township is looking for those long stretch passes, so they're keeping that eye in the back of their heads. Wide open.
The Indians now, Allegheny in his own zone. That's an errant pass, and NA will gain the blue line. As that was Zappia trying to get below the circles, but couldn't keep the puck. And Lane Camp up ice, pass off line, Indians in neutral ice. Tried to get up to Cochran, couldn't find him. One of the Cochrans anyway. And now Ekberg takes the pass. What threw me off with Ekberg, he's listed as 36, but he's wearing 38. That threw me off a little bit. But he is wearing 38 tonight, Ekberg of Peters Township. Threw me off earlier, but I'm good now. 3:52 to go, first period. Still scoreless here at the Ice-O-Plex at Southpointe. Live audio and video tonight. Adam Hoerner, Gero, Von Dane, and Scott Majeski with you. There's a shot and a pad save by Lejeune. Shot attempt by North Allegheny's Dominic Zangaro. Indians will exit the zone, and Ekberg, look at him carry the mail. Did a good job in the Penguins Cup Finals last year as well. I remember his name for sure. He was a key player for Peters at their blue line as part of that state title run.
Lejeune so far solid in goal.
He's been very good. The Indians over the last half dozen years at least have become well known for their goaltending depth. They typically run a 2 to 3 man rotation, and all have shown great ability over the years. Coach Rick Tingle loves to have options, and his goaltenders have provided plenty of those over the years.
Good technical goaltender. He's in the right spots, reading the puck well, not over-exaggerating his moves.
Tigers winning the defensive zone face-off. Trying to get it up ice, and they will now chip it in behind Lejeune. It's good physical by a big hit behind the net, as that was number 50, I think 58 for Peters. That's Jake Raymore applying the hit. And now up ice it comes to Giovanni Carbonera. Carbonera now dumps it into the right wing corner. Comes around to the left wing side now. With Allegheny. Has the puck. Can they get it out of the zone is the question. And both teams have had their problems exiting the zone tonight. It's taken more than a few passes in some cases. Union's now behind their own net. Chip it off the boards to Carbonera. Puck loose at center ice. NA corrals it. Tigers gain the zone. Can't keep the puck, but look out here. Slap shot attempted, blocked. That was a good thought by Eric Spries. Tried to catch Lejeune off guard. The puck never makes it to the net, though. Now behind the net for NA, it is Dawson Richard. Richard chases over the right wing side is Tyler Wilson, and he played give and go.
Hitting starting to pick up a little bit here, too, especially in the corners.
We got a tripping call coming up against Peters. Township. There's a shot towards the net. Trying to deflect it was Tyler Wilson. He couldn't get there, but he is tripped up, and NA will go to work on its second power play of the evening. Still scoreless game here. Minute 49 to go in the period, so this would carry over briefly into period 2 if necessary.
Jake Raymore. Second chance. The power play for North Allegheny came up empty the first time.
The Tigers definitely generated some chances with their first power play. We'll see if they can do more of it here.
Have to start from their own end after the face-off win by the Indians.
Streaking into the zone, and a good job to gain the blue line there by Chidester. Now comes left point, now right side to Richard. His shot, fans on it. He'll get it back, though. Goes cross ice to Lorio, and his slap shot missed the net. Now Richard working there with Zappia. Peters able to clear, though. Couldn't connect on that last pass. In his own zone, Christian Loria.
11 seconds separating the game clock and the penalty for top.
Yeah. Indeed, and this Peters now trying to apply the forward. And they having trouble getting out of the zone, and there's a bad pass. The Indians steal here. Scott Colina at the blue line trying to hold the zone. NA now, though, will get it out of danger. Weird to say that when you're on the power play, but that's what it was. They were in trouble there for a moment. Chidester, nice stick handling, gains the zone. Left wing side. Dumps it in behind Lejeune. Nobody really there. Can the Indians get it out? No. The Tigers close on that puck. Comes back center point. NA still has it, but it's chipped out of there. Nice work. Nice final effort by Colina. 30 seconds to go in the period. That's the clock that matters right now. The shot attempt by Richard. Blocked on the way in.
Indians were able to get a couple of fresh skaters out on this penalty kill unit for the final 30 seconds.
Zappia one-timer from the right hash, but he couldn't find the net. Had Zappia in front, couldn't quite get it to him. There's a shot. Blocker save by Lejeune. That last shot attempt by Dominic Sangaro. The Indians ice the puck, and that'll do it for period number 1. 11 seconds of power play remain for North Allegheny to start period 2. Scoreless through 17 minutes from the Ice-O-Plex at Southpointe. Exclusive coverage of the PIHL will continue. You are listening to the MSA Sports Network.
The team at S-Mark takes great pride in the company they've built and their growing presence in Pittsburgh. Strong values, steadfast dedication, and unwavering commitment extends well beyond the walls of S-Mark facilities into virtually every facet of our local communities. From ongoing support for critical health and human services for families and children to youth sports and recreation programs. It's the many faces of S-Mark that touch lives, instill hope, and provide opportunities to enhance and enrich the world around us. S-Mark is proud to extend its support of local communities through its sports sponsorship with the MSA Sports Network.
Monticello's Italian restaurant has been serving the Pittsburgh community for over 34 years. With over 5 northern locations, there is one near you. Monticello's has been named the best pizza, best hoagies, and best Italian restaurant by the Tribune Review for 3 years in a row. Stop in at Monticello's restaurant before or after your high school football game and mention that you heard us on the MSA Sports Network and receive a large traditional cheese pizza and 4 soft drinks for $12.99. For the complete menu and additional information, go to Monticellos.com. Monticello's, a Pittsburgh favorite.
Welcome back to the Ice-O-Plex at Southpointe. Exclusive coverage of the PIHL and MSA Sports. Adam Hoerner, Gero von Dahn on audio. Scott Majeski on camera tonight. A big AAA matchup, North Allegheny Peters Township, starting the second period scoreless. NA, their power play has expired as we are underway in period 2. They're 0 for 2 on the man advantage tonight are the Tigers.
Slow getting the power play unit going this season are the Tigers. Just one power play goal in the year. And this now their 8th game of the season.
NA now on a breakaway here. Past the defender, wrist shot, big save, Lejeune denying Michael Kramer. Big stop. And a great job by Kramer to get behind those defenders. He made that breakaway happen with his speed and icing call here on Peters Township.
Boy, excellent job by Kramer. Almost getting his 2nd goal of the year on the breakaway. Good play by the defense. So he didn't take a penalty there, but still made it tough on Kramer. He was able to get the shot off, but pretty darn good save by Lejeune.
Very good save by Lejeune. Easily the save of the night thus far.
Very relaxed in goal. I mean, I've been impressed with him so far.
And I think he's been the more tested of the two through the first 17+ minutes as well. I mean, Hubert's made some plays, but Lejeune has seen some more quality shots, and that was certainly one right there. The Tigers now trying to keep the attack going. Right wing corner, it's Dawson Richard. Takes the hit, works it over left wing side. Trying to get over there to Tyler Wilson. Peters has numbers. Now Richard comes over to help. 2-on-2 in the corner. Peters wins the battle. And they send it up ice.
Tigers keeping a man back at all times. They want to make sure that these skilled forwards for the Indians don't get behind them.
Tigers now trying to dig it out of their own zone as Carbonera applies the forecheck for Peters and able to exit the zone, but it's going to be an icing call to pass off line intended for Wilson, and will come back down into Hubert's end of the ice for another face-off.
Tigers 6-1 on the year. Indians have not lost since a trip to the state championships last year. Keeping it rolling, and we're seeing two good teams go at it here tonight. No one's given an inch so far.
Yeah, so far scoreless. And best save of the night came moments ago on that breakaway for the Tigers. As the Indians able to chip it back up ice after NA won the draw and carried it up. Stretch pass offline by NA. Peters, puck comes loose neutral ice, and the Indians are on it. It is Ben Mountain. Tries to dump it in behind the net. Tigers are able to corral. Get it up. Dumped in high off the glass by Chad Wyatt. Comes over now to Scott Quilina. NA gets numbers in the corner there, able to come around the horn. And carrying it up ice for NA is Matthew Heil. Heil now found Chidester. And behind the net now for North Allegheny. Zappia. Centered from the corner, but it's offline. Here come the Indians. Puck comes loose. And Mountain corrals for Peters Township. Dumps it in.
They don't clean the ice between the first and second, so sometimes in the second period, start to see some different bounces on the ice. Some strange goals.
No doubt. No doubt about that. Langenkamp, the captain for NA, able to exit the zone here. But Peters is there neutral ice, and they carry right back in. With some speed came Mountain. No, sorry, check that, Ekberg coming in, but couldn't finish that with a shot. Tigers trying to chip it up the boards here. Oh, bad giveaway here oh man, they had a guy breaking the net, Gero, but they couldn't get it to him, and here come the Tigers. Half slap shot, easy glove save for Lejeune. He'll hold on for the face-off with 13:23 to go, but that was a great chance if they connect on that pass.
Great chance, but Matt Heil stepped right in front of it, took it away and moved it the other way for North Allegheny, and that's what we're seeing. I mean, the Blue Liners playing well for both clubs, not allowing a lot of clean, open chances, not a lot of odd man breaks. We saw the one breakaway a few minutes ago for Mike Kramer, but that's been it.
So now it will be the Indians winning the draw in their own zone, but can't clear. NA holds it in.
Still scoreless here. Second period. Tigers have had 2 power play chances in the game. None for the Indians thus far.
Another icing call against North Allegheny. That we've seen plenty of in the early going of this hockey game. A lot of icings. And, you know, a trend that's held true through the first period plus, Gero, is both teams having trouble clearing their own zone. And it's a credit to the defenses and the forechecks of the attacking team. It's been a hard road just to get it out of your own, past your own blue line tonight.
Yeah, without question. And that's going to be the style we see unless somebody gets 2-goal advantage and you have to change your style. But right now, erring on the side of caution, both teams, making sure these forwards don't get behind them.
And as you said, neither team giving an inch thus far. Ekberg holding in at the right point for Peters Township after a shot attempt went wide, but the Tigers able to ultimately clear. Up ice came Wilson for NA. He was knocked off the puck. Here come the Indians. Their captain handling the mail for them. That is Carter Ekberg.
Ekberg has certainly been a presence here tonight.
The Indians. Barnes lost. Oh, there's lost the puck, but they get NA for. We're calling offsides, or we got a penalty here.
Offside.
I think it is offside.
And it looked like it was knocked down right on top of the line by William Rankamp. He was upset about it.
Yeah, he's not happy about it for sure. Both teams going to change it up here. 12:25 to go, second period, scoreless game in this AAA contest. And the new alignment for PIHL this year, there are no conferences, no sections in Class AAA. It's just a whole bunch of teams fighting for positioning in the playoffs.
One big league, that's it.
And one big league in AAA for sure. And it's
those are the top 2 so far.
Yeah, so far, after half a dozen games, give or take, as Zappia for the Tigers dumps it in. Chidesher couldn't get there. Comes around the horn. Carbonera, Peters. As the Indians bring it up ice, Carbonera will dump it in behind Hubert. Now NA, there's an errant pass. Carbonera gets on that puck, and now he's going to be held up, and that's absolutely, you can't do that. As William Rankamp got a little too handsy there with Carbonera. It'll be a power play, the first of the night for Peters Township.
Yeah, indeed, first of the night. Indians have done some damage on the power play this year, somewhere around 20%.
Yeah.
Too bad of numbers in the early part of the year.
At least in terms of number of goals compared to their overall goal total. As Alavi will take the draw to the right of Joe Hubert. NA wins the draw, though. That's good penalty killing by Wilson. And he rides Ekberg all the way to the end boards and keeps the pressure on. Great effort by Wilson. Peters, they were able to win the battle. And pass for Ekberg, he's going to reset in front of his goaltender.
Holding the call against Rankamp.
Yeah, I mean, absolutely held him up. As the other guy, as soon as the other guy went for the puck and he was still holding him, they had to blow that whistle. You can give him a couple of seconds. You don't let go when the puck is loose and another guy comes in, they're going to call that. And they absolutely did, as NA able to clear once again here. So far, Peters unable to set anything up with the man advantage. They still have 1:14 to work with.
A pretty clean game so far, just 3 penalties.
Alavi streaks up the right wing. High slot goes low. Try to fool Hubert 5-hole, but he will cover. Down low, trying to get to the rebound there was Brady Cochran, but Hubert didn't let it loose for him, and it'll be a face-off to the left of the NA cage.
Barnes, Cochran, Gilerowski out there on this unit. Ekberg and Alavi. It's the first power play unit for Peters Township.
And now it is the puck up into the mesh off the face-off. And this is going to come outside the zone as they rule. It was last touched by the Indians. So we'll take this one at the right wing. No, wait, no. They're going to talk it over and say keep it in the zone just inside the blue line. Odd spot for the face-off, but that's what they'll do. So Peters, they win the draw, but they knock it forward. So essentially NA ends up with it. and they will dump the puck down ice, where Lejeune will have to leave it for Ekberg. 49 to go in the man advantage, and Peters has yet to really do anything with this one. Great penalty killing effort by the Tigers thus far.
We're keeping the same unit out as well are the Indians.
Gaining the zone, now Gielarowski. Haven't called his name a lot tonight. Surprisingly, I think. You took a look at the kid leading the team in scoring. Gielarowski has been very quiet so far. Cross ice now. Ekberg, right point, fanned on a shot attempt. And Chidester applying the pressure on Gielarowski. Chidester has it centered in front. Short-handed chance. Turned aside. That was Zappia, but Lejeune equal to the task. And now a breakaway. Look out. One time, Hubert the save. A bouncing puck, and really running out of real estate there was Ben Mountain. He had to one-time that. He really couldn't deke on that, Gero. And it cost him. I think Hubert really had an easy angle when it was all over.
The pass was there. He was behind the defense, but he couldn't pull it in on the first effort. Then he had to chase it down and almost ran out of room.
Power play is over. The Tigers 0 for 1. Or sorry, Peters rather 0 for 1. Tigers are 0 for 2 tonight so far. As we are 9:22 remaining in the second period. Still scoreless at the Ice-O-Plex here.
Back-to-back great chances, though, at the tail end of that power play. First for North Allegheny, but then they drew themselves out of position, and PT took advantage.
Oh.
And there's a snapshot.
Man, teed up on the wrist attempt. Nathan Taylor from just to the left of the right dot. And an easy save, a good look at it for Lejeune, able to glove it out of the air.
A quick glove and the snap save for Lejeune. Keeps it a scoreless game here in the second.
That was one of the very few clean looks at the net either team has gotten tonight. And now the Indians 2-on-1 if they hurry. Look out here. Oh, cross ice pass, but too far for Rosso Pica. And that was Scott Colina with the centering feed.
Boy, too sharp. He just shot it too hard. He put it right between the legs of Corina. He couldn't do anything with it. Didn't have time to get wood on it.
Indians trying to keep the forecheck on. Tigers in the corner trying to take the puck out. Comes around the horn now. Over to Opeka. I was just said they are going to call offside. It took him a second to realize that puck did exit the zone, as the defender just on the wrong side of the blue line, shooting it back in. And they'll take the face-off here as we are at the halfway point of this hockey game. 8:31 to go in the second period. Scoreless game, Peters Township and North Allegheny.
Been close a couple of times in the last few minutes. Some good chances both sides. But still, nothing getting across the goal line.
And got a big hit applied. Man going down for NA was number 2, Ian Cunningham.
Raymore with the hit. Cunningham slow to get off the ice. Drawing groans from the crowd.
Yeah, absolutely. As Laria trying to send it up ice. And Rich
power play this year. Third chance of the game. They got a minute and a half left on it, give or take. Maybe get the lead here. Turns into a different game a little bit here. One goal game in the third period alters the complexion. North Allegheny had the lead, but it was very short-lived. Lasted just over a minute before Peters Township was able to tie the game. So we haven't really seen somebody play with a lead yet this year. And the way they're both playing on defense could be big.
It could, absolutely. And looking forward to a good third here. It's been a back-and-forth game. I think both teams have been very good with the forecheck, and that's been evidenced by the difficulty the defense has had in clearing their zones tonight. The number of quality shots, though, despite all that zone time, has been relatively low, which is interesting when you think about it. Only, I'd say, a handful of clean looks for either team tonight.
Yeah, and I think shots on goal for 2 periods are about 16-14 for Peters Township, so not a ton of chances for both teams, but again, it's because they're playing so good, especially the blue liners. They're not allowing a lot of clean looks, open chances, odd man rushes, and the goaltenders are stopping everything else.
Well, we will begin here momentarily. The Tigers will be attacking right to left on your computer screen as the Indians. Alabi will take the draw against Zappia, and the Indians win it and dump it in behind Joe Hubert. So right off the hop, the Indians kill some time. Minute 12 to go on the NA power play. as Loria up ice for Chidester. Chidester gains the blue line, stops, drops it off now for Loria. He goes over to Richard. Little off line for him. Zappia's there. Zappia goes back out to Richard. His wrist shot through traffic goes behind the net. In front, quick one-timer by Chidester. Never couldn't, I'm sorry, check that, not by Chidester, actually by Gero. Couldn't get it on net.
Chidester was the one getting the feed.
Yes, he was.
Oh, good chance created by number 19.
And another good pass. Zappia's shot went over the cage. He stepped to the glove side of Lejeune and tried to outweight him there. As Alabi's shot, shorthanded to the right wing circle, misses the cage. The Indians looking like they're attacking here with 18 seconds to go in the NA power play. Ekberg walks in his shot. Big save, Hubert. Excellent save. Ekberg walked right in on him below the circle. Tried to go short side with not a lot of room to work with. Hubert able to steer it out of there. Power play is now over. Tigers over 3 on the night. Peters Township 0 for 1 with their single power play opportunity.
No special teams goals tonight.
Hardly any goals, but we do have 2 on the board, 1-1. Both goals coming in the second period. Tigers.
2 big clubs, too.
Yeah, a lot of size, and they definitely use it well. And yet, I will say, a clean game tonight. I mean, it's not, all the hits have been clean. It hasn't been too chippy out there. As a stretch pass by the Tigers offline, and Lejeune able to fling it off the boards and back to neutral ice. NA, though, able to dump it right back in behind him. Getting there to cut it off is Wilson. Tyler Wilson now behind the net. The Tigers under pressure there. It's Eric Spry. Now it's Cameron Fisher.
Fun game because this is one of these games where it's tough to get a feel for who's going to come out on top of this one. All game long, it's been, no one's really separated themselves.
And so far, that is correct. NA behind their own net trying to turn it up ice. It's William Ring and Camp doing that. Comes back to him in neutral territory. It's taken off his stick, but he'll recover. Tried to get it up to Spry, but he's ultimately able to dump it in behind Lejeune. They're on the board now. Opeka for Peters Township. Chips it off the wall. Polina can't win the battle. Comes back in behind. Boss is there for Peters. Gets some help. And flung around the boards by Wyatt. Held in at the point. Shot towards the net deflected. Good spot, but couldn't put it on net. That was Paul Gonchar. Their relation to Sergei, we presume.
Yeah, Gonchar. Deflection, but just slowed it down and kind of too far off the mark. Yeah, that's going to be the way to score goals tonight.
So now North Allegheny.
You have to make it a little tougher on these goaltenders than it has been.
Now the Tigers into the zone. Gonna step around the man. But never get a shot up though. That was an attempt by what was that? That was number 12 for NA, Michael Kramer. Tigers in their own zone. Good forecheck here by Ben Mountain, rather. Mountain works it around the boards. Loria applying pressure for NA. Tigers ultimately get numbers behind their own net. Able to again, both teams tonight, they get the puck and they have a lane they can't clear. That puck came in towards Hubert. Dangerous bounce in front there, but then they able to steer it out. Not going to have really been a shot, but it ended up right in front of him. Now a shot through traffic, go corral that. Coming in from the point, that was attempted by Peters Township's Jake Raymore.
That shot was a little too familiar for North Allegheny. It hit Matt Heil in front of the goal and almost redirected that.
12:37 to go in the third period. 1-1 to score. Don't forget, after the game, we'll have your MSA 3 stars, part of our post-game report. And as Gero mentioned earlier, the MSA center stage, we will try to get one player for the winning side. And that'll be up on the YouTube channel late tonight, early tomorrow. Chidester, his shot through traffic, deflected on the way and never makes it to Lejeune. And now Ekberg clears for Peters. A good stretch pass, but Cochran unable to corral it. And taking him into the boards, and he took down Ray and Camp, and that's going to be a power play coming up for NA. And Cochran, little incredulous about that one, but at the same time, he realizes what he did. He's going to go off the ice here, and Rankamp is all right. He'll get to his feet. Tigers, their 4th power play of the evening, 0 for 3 thus far, trying to break open this 1-1 hockey game.
But again, Tigers have not been able to convert these power play chances. Got to find a way to make the Indians pay. The Indians will get the clear. Tigers will start from behind their own net on this 4th power play chance of the night.
Indians look like they're on the power play. Look at Gielarowski glided in his own big shot. Blocker save, or pad save rather, by Hubert. Now Ekberg gets sandwiched. The Tigers trying to exit the zone here. Gets work on that power play. Big hit at center ice. Alavi taking Gero off the puck, and Gielarowski will pick up the garbage behind his own net, but he can't clear.
An open ice hit by Alavi.
Richard Chidester tried to get it in front there to Zangaro, but it's offline. Zangaro centers. Gielarowski, easy intercept there. Not really a kind of an no-look pass by Zangaro. Ill-advised. Barnes for Peters. Drops it off. Ekberg, cross ice now. Gielarowski backhands it calmly into the NA zone. 54 seconds left on the power play. Loria up to Chidester. Chidester now. Up for Lauria. He gets the zone. Stops at the half wall. Goes down to the point. Walking in there is Cam Fisher. In behind the net now for Tyler Wilson. Wilson back to the point for Loria, but it's too far for him. And Carbonero going to apply some pressure as a slap pass up to Richard.
Maybe time for one more rush on this power play for NA.
And 10 seconds. Got to get the zone here. Richard does. Comes center point. It ends up on the stick of Rankamp, or Wilson rather. His shot. Traffic on the remains to Lejeune there. Rankamp can't hold the zone. The power play ends. NA 0 for 4 tonight. Score remains 1-1.
Did get a pretty good look at it from the high slot area at the end of that power play.
Gielarowski spins back to his own zone. Chips it off the wall. Up here for Carbonera. He will shoot it inadvertently into the bench area and get a face-off. Coming up here with 9:54 left in regulation.
Dawson Richard getting his 3rd goal of the year tonight to give NA a lead. 1-0, 2:49 to go in the 2nd period, and then Carter Ekberg answers that. 1:33 to go for his 3rd of the year. No one scoring on the night.
And I still don't know how Gielarowski didn't get an assist on that Ekberg goal, but
could change after the game.
They could. Check point streak, folks, after the game. They're real-time stats. I'm sure if it's going to change, it'll change tonight. As the Tigers. But for now, we'll go through the official score tells us. For now.
Good play on the back check by Matt Heil there to steal away a chance.
And they're going to wave off the icing here on NA. And they didn't wave off a similar call earlier, which is, so it's interesting. That one I thought, it says they didn't let the earlier one go. I thought they wouldn't let that one go either, but they do wave it. Now it's dumped in by the Indians behind Hubert. They do dodge the bullet there after the icing is waved off. Chipped in behind the NA net once again. Rankamp stands up one of the Indians. Gets it around the far side. Tigers having a hard time clearing. It's been a trend for both teams tonight. It's been difficult. Exiting the zone, both teams very strong forechecks. A lot of team speed. This will be an icing call, though, against North Allegheny. Stops the clock, 8:41 to go, midway through the 3rd period. Still 1-1 on the board.
Still, nobody's separating themselves here tonight. Both teams getting some chances. It's just going to be tough to score against these netminders. A few more deflections here. Trying to get a redirect, create some more traffic in front of the goal. We're down to 8:40 to go in the 3rd.
The Indians now in the zone, but that's offline. Here comes Alavi. Look out, 3 on now for 3-on-3 for the Indians. Out of the game is zone, but Barnes is offside. He got a little too excited there, and Sam Barnes guilty. He'll take the faceoff outside the NA blue line.
Almost had one of those rare odd man chances tonight, but wiped out by the offside. Few and far between.
So the faceoff, left wing side for Peters. They lose the draw, and now it is Loria for NA dumping it in. Gielarowski up to Barnes. Now Alavi, backhand pass, left wing side over to Cochran. Center to the goal mouth, nobody home, but Barnes is there, recovering, ends up back at the point. Big wrist shot through traffic, never makes it through to anywhere. Alavi tries to hammer it back in, NA blocks it.
Took that shot from the
Ekberg lost it off the stick. Cam Fisher wrist shot from in tight and hugging the post. Love that is Lejeune.
Gielarowski took that shot from the far side for the Indians. Get a couple of open men too. One in the high slot area. He was hoping for a rebound. But again, these netminders are seeing the puck tonight. They're stopping it.
Off the face-off. Slap shot, ran through traffic. Pad save by Lejeune. Centered in by Zappia. Another bad angle attempt by Zappia. And Lejeune somehow found that one. Another glove save for a face-off. 7:40 to go.
Gero might have got a deflection on that first one, but he didn't get enough wood on it to make it troublesome for Lejeune.
Look out. That's big slap shot from Rayenkamp again, but it went wide of the cage. Comes back to neutralize Rayenkamp, corrals. Dumps it back in. Ekberg is there for Peters. Indians able to get it back into NA real estate. Tigers now, it's Daniel Bastido helping to get it up ice. Zappia, left wing side. Joe Zappia has been all over the ice tonight for the Tigers, generated a couple of chances. Allegheny works it up the right wing side. Offside, waved off. As Chidester applies the forecheck. Indians outnumber him and will tip it off, but can't get it out of the zone. Loria kept it in. Now it's Zangaro far side. His shot, gloved out of the air by Lejeune. Stops the block with 6:41 to go.
In the late part of the game, it may come down to keep it deep in the zone longer, wear down some tired legs, and create a chance in that form. Both teams are going to be happy to do just that. Dump some chase, try and keep it in deep, guard the boards. And now North Allegheny with a chance to face-off in the Peters Township zone.
Big shot on Alavi. Goes wide. Turned down here. I just have the pad on that. Now the Indians trying to clear it around the boards here. Carbonera. And now it's actually going to be Raymore up ice. Yeah, look out. Big shot. Missed the net. That was big blast there from one of the Indians. Get the number.
That was number
94, who I don't have. That's why I was a little confused. I thought it was 94. Like, I don't have a 94. It's actually a Rebels. I get the Gavin Rebels listed as 22, but not wearing 22.
Carbonera just took a stick up.
Oh, he did. He is down center ice. He's hurting. So get off the ice here.
Play continues. Carbonera heads over to the bench.
No call there. Must have been inadvertent. The rest didn't see it either way. Big shot. High from the point by Rayenkamp. Love save by Lejeune.
Nathan Taylor takes a shot after getting that puck on net. Lejeune put the glove into Taylor's face. He got a little bit too close. And now some barking between the two clubs.
Yeah, definitely. And they are going to send Tylenda into the sin bin. Not wait coincidental minors, though. So we'll play, still going to play 5 aside. Coincidental minors to Tylenda and 83 for the Tigers. That is Nathan Taylor. So I don't know if that, I don't know if the Tylenda penalty is related to the high stick or not, because there's coincidental minors on this.
Might have been the after the whistle.
Yeah. Might have been.
Stuff.
But,
Crunch time. Down to 5:15. Tie game 1-1 here in the third.
And thanks for making us part of your High School Hockey Tuesday, folks. Adam Hoerner, Gero, Dahn, Scott Majewski on camera. Live in the Ice-O-Plex at Southpointe. The Tigers keep it in the zone. Rankamp shot, 6 saves, the rebound high in the air, ends up in the corner. High slot, reshot, clang off the crossbar. Oh, big shot was that. Dawson Richard taking that one. Wow. I think it was 25 who took that shot. And a big, lucky break for Lejeune.
Back-to-back great chances after a long shift. Deep in the zone. Oh, for Cochran.
Yeah, big slap shot. Got the glass, though. He missed high.
Cochran wide open.
I'll tell you what.
12 feet from the goal now. Right after a couple of great chances for North Allegheny. The second one banging off the post.
He had Lejeune beat. He just couldn't beat the net. As Ekberg's shot blocked down, never makes it through. Long stretch pass, Cam Fisher. Can he get there? No. And Lejeune going to poke it out of danger. Puck just got too far for Fisher, and he couldn't get there to make the deep. Now Cochran in around one defender, in behind the net, centers out to Barnes. Tries to skip it in there for Allaby, but Hubert able to cover it up before Allaby can really get a stick on it. 3:55 to go, 1-1 the score.
This has had a couple of good chances back-to-back. And a chance in the Peters Township zone about a minute ago. Couldn't get a good deflection on net past Lejeune. That was moments before the shot hit the post.
Barnes, face-off, win for Peters. Gierowski just fires a quick wrister. Hubert able to pat that out of the way. Steers it into the corner. And Zappia able to work it around the boards there for Gero. Gero trying to speed it up ahead there for Zappia. He gets it 2-on-1 if they hurry. Chidester going back door. Zappia shoots and scores! Joe Zappia! Big finish goes short side over the glove hand shoulder of Lejeune. With 3:34 to go in regulation, it is 2-1 Tigers.
What a shot from Zappia. He had Chidester to the left, and that was enough to get Lejeune's concentration away. He was worried about the pass the other way, and he just flicked that wrister high over the glove. Top shelf, and the Tigers get the lead with 3:34 to go.
Get the assist coming up in the second here. I think Gero's going to get one of them. We'll wait on the official announcement. Joe Zappia says he's been all over the ice and they generated some weird bad angle chances. He's been involved a lot both ends of the ice, and he cashes in here late to make it 2-1 Tigers. Here comes Fox from Peters Township. Look out, long stretch pass, and here's a chance for the Tigers. It's Mike Kramer, walks in, wrist shot, big stick save by Lejeune. Big stop by the Peters netminers, keeping it a 2-1 hockey game. Now the Indians will counterattack. With the puck, it's Jaden Cochran. Cochran tries to drop it off. NA breaks it up. And that's an offside call. The Indians couldn't quite hold it in. Was I right? Did Gero get one of the assists on that one?
And Gero and Randig getting the assist, it sounded like.
Who?
Sounded like they said number 79, Rob Randig.
Okay, Rob Randig. Okay.
Zappia getting the goal. Huge one to put the Tigers in front. That's the 6th of the year. Joseph Zappia the 3rd.
So, 2:41 to go, regulation. Peters on the attack here. Allaby trying to get there. Can't. Gierowski holds at the point and couldn't get it to Allaby. Tigers having trouble clearing. Now they will. Chipped up by Tyler Wilson.
He has not allowed a lot of 2-on-1 chances.
Oh, Gierowski, nice pass through traffic. Cochran tees it up. His shot goes wide. Puck is that on the net? I think it's on the net behind Hubert. And we are going to get a face-off as the ref blows play dead with 2:15 on the clock.
Rankamp getting into it. The Indians after the whistle. See who that was. Allaby.
A big late goal by Joe Zappia as the Tigers trying to cling to victory here. They lead 2-1. Peters, though, has the zone, at least for the moment, but it's forced out. It's worked by Titus, but now Zappia has the puck. Trying to go one-on-one with Ekberg. He'll lose that battle. Peters clears, but NA corrals in neutral territory. Matthew Heil dumps it back in behind Lejeune.
2 minutes to go. We'll keep an eye on the netminder, Dwyer.
Yeah, absolutely. You got to think Lejeune's coming out at some point. See what Rick Tingle decides to do. Allegheny now in deep. Watch it! Oh, he had Hubert's beat, but couldn't pull the trigger on the backhand. Comes out to the point. Gielarowski towards the net. Big pad save, Hubert. They tried to stretch pass. Gero couldn't bust through Gielarowski. Man, Allegheny had him beat. Just couldn't get the shot off. Unbelievable.
Just dragged it across the goal mouth and couldn't redirect it into the open net after he had the netminder beat.
He just say, "Gah!" That was a gah moment right there. Here's Barnes. And we got Barnes gaining the zone for Peters. Tries to center it. Then Gero is there. And Allegheny now high slot. Rinster. Skate saved by Hubert. Lejeune is off the ice. That is empty to our left.
Carbonera comes on as the extra attacker in the final minute of play. Tigers up 1.
Now it is Carbonera. Out to the point. Ekberg. Slap shot. Deflected by Allegheny. Gets the glass high behind Hubert. Gielarowski left point. Now right point. Ekberg. Feathers it towards the net. Deflected. Hubert stopped it. And then able to get the rebound. They can't clear their Ekberg towards the net. Just wide to the glove side of Hubert.
Carbonera was all alone in front of the goal on that redirect. Nobody picked him up.
Under 30 seconds, a little stretch pass here, and Titus is going to let it go. They're going to wave off the ice because he did get a stick on it. They want to change it up. Coach is playing it safe here. And look out, Carbonera across the blue line. Leaves it for Barnes, right wing side. Barnes in deep against Loria. 9 seconds. Loria's just going to try to pin it down deep along the board. And the NA Tigers are going to hold on, and they defeat the undefeated Peters Township Indians by the score of 2-1 here at the Ice-O-Plex.
Wow, what a hockey game and what a finish. This is a game that could have gone either way. Both teams trying so hard, especially down the stretch, but the Tigers come away by the slimmest of margins, 2-1.
What a battle. A great, great hockey game. As the team's going to meet for the handshake line. And we'll be taking another short break here momentarily, where we will come back with your scoring recap. The MSA 3-stars. Put a wrap on it. Of course, we're also going to attempt to get a center stage interview for the YouTube channel later tonight as well. The game-winning goal by Joe Zappia. You got to believe he's a candidate, one of our MSA 3-stars. We'll see what else we have in mind for you when we come back from our final break of the night. Just trying to get the spots queued up here. The phone's low on juice. We're trying to conserve battery, folks. So just getting it ready for you. And now we are ready. So without further ado, the final break of the night. 2-1 the final from Ice-O-Plex, PIHL and MSAsports.net.
The new home for the PIHL in 2014-2015 is the MSA Sports Network. Not only can you listen to audio broadcasts of high school hockey games online like in years past, but this year MSA Sports will be video streaming 25 games. Your audio and video home of the PIHL is the MSA Sports Network. S-Mark takes great pride in the company they built and their growing presence in Pittsburgh. Strong values, steadfast dedication, and unwavering commitment extend well beyond the walls of S-Mark facilities into virtually every facet of our local community. From ongoing support for critical health and human services for families and children to youth sports and recreation programs. It's the many faces of S-Mark that touch lives, instill hope, and provide opportunities to enhance and enrich the world around us. S-Mark is proud to extend its support of local communities through its sports sponsorship with the MSA Sports Network.
Back at the Ice-O-Plex. Adam Hoerner, Gero on Dahn. Scott Majeski on camera tonight and caught all the great action from the NA Tigers to beat the Peters Township Indians by a 2-1 margin. Here from the Ice-O-Plex. It gets your game recap. Scoreless first period. Second, almost scoreless, but late in it. 2:49 to go. NA's Dawson Richard off of Carter Ekberg's skate to make it 1-0 NA. Tyler Wilson the assist. But a buck 16 later, Carter Ekberg got redemption. A big shot from the point. Adam Allaby and Sam Barnes get the assist, make it 1-1 after 2. Third period, back and forth affair. The Tigers kept the pressure on, and ultimately, Joe Zappia with just a great shot. Dominic Gero and Rob Randy get the assist of just a great job by Zappia behind the fence. A semi-breakaway to beat Lejeune, and it's 2-1, and that's how it ends. 2-1, NA holds on. And Peters Township, its first loss of the 2014-2015 season. And Gero has your MSA 3 stars in tonight's contest.
Well, let's see. I'm going to go with your number 3 star as Carter Ekberg getting his third of the year for Peters Township. It was a tough one. Lejeune played a great game in goal, falling 2-1. I've got the netminder Joe Hubert on the other side getting the number 2 star. Goaltender who did a great job for North Allegheny tonight, allowing just 1 goal on the night for number 1. Joe Zappia. Nice for Zappia getting the game-winning goal. Just a great shot on that 2-on-1 chance. Those odd man rushes were so rare tonight. Zappia made it count when they needed it most. 3:34 to go in the third. The game-winning goal for Zappia. NA was a 7-1 and in Peters Township their first loss.
Big matchup tonight, and it's up to the billing. A 2-1 affair here from the Ice-O-Plex. Next up for these teams, NA. It doesn't get any easier for either side, really. NA is going to take on the number 3 team in AAA entering tonight's action. They'll take on Bethel Park from Blake Orange from Warrendale coming up Monday. We will have that for you, one of our 5 games airing next Monday at MSAsports.net. For Peters, they will be visiting, I should say, Mount Lebanon at the Mount Lebanon Rec Center. That's coming up this Thursday night, a 7:10 puck drop for that game. Mount Lebanon having a solid year, 3-3-1 thus far, so should be a good challenge there as well for the Peters Township Indians. So 5 games coming up next Monday at MSA Sports, and I'll be there for all of it as we get you head you into Thanksgiving with a good helping of puck next Monday. But before we get to all that, we got the football championship behind the field this Friday. Wall-to-wall coverage, games at 11, 2, 5, and 8 at MSA Sports, and that will have you covered on social media, the website, the audio, the video. We got it all for you coming up on Friday night. Gero, pleasure as always.
Great pleasure to be back with you, bookending the MSA thing.
That's right, absolutely correct. And now it's all downhill from here, I guess. It's all downhill from here. Thanks to Scott and Jesse. Great work on camera tonight. And once again, the final score from the Ice-O-Plex, the Peters Township Indians fall to North Allegheny Tigers by the final of 2-1 for the crew. I'm Adam Hoerner saying good night, everybody.
You have been listening to the PIHL on MSA Sports. High school hockey 2014-2015 at MSAsports.net has been sponsored in part by First Commonwealth Bank, by S-Mart, by McDonald's, by People's Gas, by Carlow University, by UPMC Sports Medicine, by ProGrass, by the East Suburban Sports Medicine Center, by Monticello's Italian Restaurant, and by Management Science Associates. You can follow the 2014-2015 high school hockey season every day by logging on to www.msasports.net. The preceding has been a special presentation of the Management Science Associates Sports Network.